Hi guys, my name is Uche and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification button just in case we have another video that might interest you and you'll be the first to know about it.
Well, my name is Chika 100%.
I've not introduced you, please.
Alright.
So this is Chika 100%. He's a big man.
Really?
He works for one of the biggest companies in the world, international, and he's someone that I'm trying to bring up in the Lord as we go on. So if you have anything to say.
Alright guys, how you doing? I go by the name Chika Easy Boy, aka Chika 100%. That's what I'm known by. Simple guy, lover of God, sales professional. Yeah, we'll get to talk more.
Alright, so today, we have something, the year is just beginning, but there's a lot of bass both right and center joining us from the internet already. Today we'll be talking about music, business, and the gospel.
Music, business,
and the gospel, yes.
Nice caption, music, business, and the gospel.
Exactly. So, one of the first things I'd like to talk about is what actually differentiates secular music from gospel music.
There's a lot of difference. It's not the same thing. Secular music a lot of time has to do with music for life. It touches on a lot of topics, from love to hate to whatever it is. People just use their life as a story. But the difference between that and gospel, gospel music is that it is actually about the gospel, which a lot of us in gospel music are also being criticized for, because a lot of people are still not. Some ministers keep reminding us that some of us are still not doing the gospel. So our songs are basically supposed to show people, lead people towards the direction of Christ. So we should be centered around Jesus. Just the way I said, secular music generally talks more on human life, lifestyle, and experiences. So people can write songs basically on their life, what they go through, what they are passing through, who they are in love with, their experiences and all that. But everything has to do with gospel. Talks about the lives of Jesus. It's supposed to talk about the life of Jesus.
Yeah, I like that word, suppose.
How, you can actually be an extension of him to the world, basically. So you should introduce people to Jesus. You should lead people to Christ.
Exactly what I'm going to.
That is the gospel, basically. That's what it's.
That's what differentiates it. Okay. Since we're talking music and gospel and business, I was supposed to do gospel music business differently from secular music business, because all the bass goes on the internet now. It's basically the same thing that happens with secular music.
Well, it's like you rightly said, it's supposed to be different.
So there have been gospel music record labels over time. I know Spaghetti Records. I don't even hear it again.
Spaghetti from who?
I don't know. From one of your colleagues. Then,
is it not Mike Abdul?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're also not Taylor Records.
Actually had, that's
yes.
True. Oh yes.
You don't hear of them again like that, and it's so. This one that is making the buzz is because probably it's for they have prominent artists. So those record labels that have existed before now, that it looks like we can't hear of them again. Is it because could it be that they were not good in the business, they didn't last, or if they were so good, do you think they exploited their artists and they should be afraid that these conversations are coming up now and that the artists might just want to revolt again?
Okay, let me just put this out there. I personally think most of the record labels that existed really didn't understand the business. I work in a corporate space. There's not, even if you don't understand something, there's nothing wrong with learning and then being transparent with the people you work with. There's nothing difficult, but you don't know, you don't want to accept you don't know. Okay. And you push it to a point where you discover that it's no longer working and it just dies in natural death. So I think that's a problem. I think it still boils down to education. Before now, don't really have people who can really manage the business, especially when it has to do with record labeling. Your ability to put yourself in the shoes of the artist, understanding what it is they want, getting into their headspace to know exactly what it is they want and how you can bring that to life.
I'm curious. Sorry to cut you, I'm curious, but what would make an artist that's been signed, like you signed though? You sign on that record label. What in the gospel space? What would make you so angry that you start involving the agencies?
Trust me,
We saw those figures though.
Trust me, it can be painful. Oh, no. If you want to even go in that direction of what will make them, it can be really painful. I can tell you at first, and it can be really painful because, first of all, it feels more like a heartbreak. It feels more like a backstab. You feel like you're being cheated. But I would still say, from the point of the labels themselves, you have a huge role to play in terms of being transparent. There's nothing really big about this. It's about just transparency. Even if you are going through challenges, even if you made a mistake, be open with your artist. Be open. Let them know what is exactly going on.
But you can't be open with your artist. Now, let's be truthful.
You have to.
Let's be truthful.
Then that is why you keep failing. But that is why you keep failing. You have to keep failing. I mean,
how many MDs are?
Listen, when you work with proper multinationals, people talk about the numbers, people talk about the books. It is open to everyone. If there are challenges you're having as an organization, it is open to everyone. If there are things we need to do, if there is something I'm supposed to do to make it work, and there's something you're supposed to do, it is open.
So
there is no secret.
There
is no secret. If there's something that needs to be done, there is no secret.
And what do you call it, multinationals now? We're talking about one businesses now.
See, let's see. We just need to learn. We need to be humble enough to learn. Nobody has it 100% correct.
Yeah.
You understand? The record label I worked with before now did a great job, but they didn't get it 100%. I won't hold them to their truth. You understand? That is why whatever it is I might have even gone through with them, they did they first of all loved the artist, they loved your music, and were courageous enough to take that bold step to see how they could support.
Yeah.
Business wise, they might not get it right. But at least we need to also appreciate the fact that they were bold enough to take that. There are a lot of people who have money who know that they can help, and they didn't help. They really didn't help. So
they took a risk on you.
They took a risk on you. So basically, it's just about understanding the business. And if you get stranded at some point and you need to be transparent, I think you just need to do that. If we're going wrong, be open with your artists. Let's have this open conversation. I noticed, especially with the guys having the issues now, there was a video circulated where he tried to have that kind of conversation, but I think it was almost like an intimidating atmosphere.
Yeah, the tone was not given.
Yeah, the tone was too strong.
Yeah.
And of course, that's why you see people here think, I know everything is fine, everything is okay. No, the people didn't feel secure enough. They didn't feel like it was really an open ground to air their grievances. So I think that's the thing. We just need more education.
So do you think that past record labels or existing record labels that are not so prominent, do you think they should be scared now that there are people that they've offended can come back?
There's really nothing to be scared of. If you did what is right, nobody will come back to you or try to attack you. But even if you did what was wrong, you can retrace your steps. People make mistakes. Do you understand? I just came out of a meeting now where a particular company made a mistake, and so people make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with saying, oh, I think I would have handled things better. Personally, there are things I've done when I was younger that now when I think of it, I go like, no, that should have been handled better. I've been to administration where in the course of the administration, I shut everything down. I was talking like everybody they look like, and I was, do you think I would do that now? So we grew over time. So that's the same way.
So that time you were
No, I wasn't well. I know.
Okay.
No, I call it out. I actually called it out on stage.
Wow.
That bad. Like everybody was.
Wait, this is South Africa?
Nigeria, not South Africa.
Okay.
I called it out on stage. So my point is we all make mistakes. If you are humble enough to do some evaluation and discover that, okay, I think this would have been handled better. And let's fix this, I think it's the best way to go.
Let's take it a bit closer to marriage now. You know that in our faith, when you get married, you're not one again, like we are one with another body. Right? So your decisions, your relationships has to also sync with the fact that you're now married to this person. Now, many of the insinuations online presently is that the spouses of these recording artists or previous recording artists of this label have an influential ring to play in this whole thing. Now, do you think spouses should have a say in music business matters like this?
Your spouse has a say in everything.
I said it.
In every, you know why? Because their personal well-being is also being affected. Will be affected one way or the other. The children will be affected one way or the other. So there is no way they won't have an input. There is no way they won't have it. You won't have that push from them one way or the other. Okay. But let's also remember that you also have foolish spouses.
Hey! Hey,
It's also important to note that a spouse doesn't mean, not all spouses are wise. You have wise spouses, you have foolish spouses. So you as an individual need to be discerning. You need to allow wisdom lead at every point in time, because your spouse can push you to making wrong decisions.
Actually.
And when you make that decision to affect the whole family, most times you might have made so many mistakes that it'll be hard to come back from.
Well, I'm seeing the figures online or more. Like this, I didn't believe that.
With the way things are going, even if the artist didn't want to push, when the spouse see the
figures,
they're like, no, we have to fight this.
Exactly what I'm saying.
So of course,
somehow you cannot let wisdom play. But if my husband, meanwhile, by the way, he's the married one, he speaks better from the married people's point of view. He's married. I'm the one that's not married. So if you see these figures, you will not let wisdom lead, really.
But
you're seeing figures, you're waiting for wisdom.
But you have to. But you know why? If we're not careful with this thing, it will become really messy. And when it gets really messy, everybody will be stained.
Go down, yeah.
Even those people who think probably they are the ones who have been great, you will go down for it. The person who believes, no, I did, everybody will go down. Everybody. With what I went through, at some point in my life, so I could also say I want to fight, I want to do this, but guy, use your brain. Do you understand? Allow God lead you. Pray about this thing and listen and act based on what the Holy Spirit is. That is why we say things have to be done differently.
Yeah.
Because if you want to go with ginger, want to go with energy, everybody will go down. Because the artists, I am sure, have a part to play.
Yes, I believe so.
There are things they've done wrong. The record label owner too, there are things they've done. So can we just come together and meet halfway? That's why most times, even in court, you hear you want to settle out of court. That was why they gave that particular platform, where people can actually mediate, out of court. And
that's where I think church leadership comes in, because we have tons of church leaders these days, yet we still have issues like this coming online. Do you understand? So I'm thinking too. I know names were mentioned in some of these posts of leaders in church, and so what's now the role really of the papas and the mamas? If for me, I feel like we have very influential church leaders, that this issue can be sorted out.
You have parents, right? You have so many amazing parents, doing their thing, but you have foolish parents. Okay, you have foolish parents. You have elders that are elders, but you have foolish elders and you have wise elders. It's the same way too in leadership. I'm sorry to say, but some of them are not as wise as you think they are. Okay, and like I said, there is a way. There is always a way to make this work. If you're going to come into situations like this, you must not be seen as taking sides. You have to be careful with that. Even if, yes, it is clear that one person is wrong, the other is right. And I think the first approach should be to bring everyone to the drawing table.
Actually.
Bring everyone to a round table. Have some admonitions. And then the Holy Spirit will direct you on how to resolve, as to what people should do. But if I maintain, if we go into this with that energy of fight, it will not end well.
But see, you know what? I'm thankful that I'm speaking to someone who's of the same faith as I am. What happens to forgiveness, letting it go as we preach? No, they laugh. I beg. Because you will bring on political angle come now. What happens to that? We hear this every day. Let me say,
but let me say something. The church, and I say this all the time, the church preaches forgiveness. But we need to understand the church does not forgive. The church.
What's happen?
The church as a body. Let me look at your faces very well. The church preaches forgiveness, but the church never forgives. And to make it worse, the church never forgets.
Hey!
So, if you know what's good for you, just try to do everything according to faith and be very careful in your dealings, especially when it has to do with it. They don't forgive. It is painful, it is sad, but you must not be caught.
Are you demarketing the church?
I'm not demarketing. I have nothing to lose. For us to really get out of where we are to the next level or we need to just say things the way they are. You get it? If you are caught in a mess, sorry, you're gone for. You don't be for you. So we just need to be careful and there are just very few people who try to understand. When you talk about forgiveness in this case, they don't want to. Yes, everybody acts like forgive, but when push comes to shove, there is no forgiveness. So both from the artist side, both from the record label side. I even heard the guy was detained by EFCC.
Yeah,
for a period
man.
of time.
It's
So you can,
messy.
so you can
It's already
imagine.
messy.
So this has been going on even before it came out. So you can imagine someone wants to fight dirty.
Bank statement being rolled out on the internet.
So a lot of people are ready to fight dirty. So, but if I would want to advise the artists,
Yeah, rounding off.
as a friend, if I was to be their friend,
Yeah.
remember that this guy took a chance on you. This person took a chance on you when nobody cared, when even with your beautiful gift and talent, people saw it, people had their money, but life goes on. They didn't care. This guy took a chance on you. So even if you're going to fight,
take it.
I mean, you should take it easy.
Please.
Do you understand? You should take it easy. And remember, we are Christians. Unless you are just telling us that, Tomo, forget that thing.
Yeah, just speaking in tongues.
Leave that short.
And there's no this thing inside.
Of course, Bobo follow inside. And you know this is normal air car. Yeah. Bobo plenty for this thing. You understand? And that is why you really can't, you want to take a worship song, song devastator. No problem. But this is where we need to see the tongue.
But we listen, we don't judge.
Exactly. This is where the tongue needs to come in now. This is where the spirit and the prayer and somebody this is where we need to see. So I really advise the artists, take it easy. Try as much as possible not to be influenced by the wrong people. They might be the right people in your life, but try not to think about it. These guys took a chance on you. So if we have dispute, we should be able to find a way. There's always a way. This cannot be the way. We always say weaponizing some of these institutions to go after the person and to do this and they lock him up and they do that. It's not the way. And then to the record label guys too, I understand from the part of the artist, it can be really painful. It can be really, really painful. I mean, that feeling of, you're being cheated.
Yeah.
You're being stabbed at the back can be painful. So also find a way, but with what is going on now, this is not the way. And if we want to go this way, trust me, everybody will go down for everybody. The artists, their spouses, the record label, everybody will go down for it.
All right. On that note, for you to go down on our post on YouTube, please do not forget to subscribe. If you want to join the conversation, use the comment section, and we'll see you next time.
Subscribe.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.